The maiden edition of the China-Gambia Bantaba was held on Tuesday at the Dawda Kairaba Jawara International Conference Center. The event was attended by dignitaries including the Information Minister, the Chinese Ambassador to the Gambia, and the Deputy Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, and it was themed Empowering the Next Generation of Journalists to Foster Gambia-China Relations. The thinking behind this initiative is to highlight the significance of strengthening the bilateral relations between China and the Gambia. More in this report by Mariatou Touray.
The China-Gambia Bantaba was hosted by the Chinese Embassy in the Gambia and co-organized by journalist Janaba Songo, who is also an alumni of CIPCC. Alumni journalists and students were in attendance. The event highlighted the critical role journalists play in different societies. It also put the spotlight on the role journalists have in strengthening the bilateral relations between China and the Gambia, a relationship anchored on mutual respect. The Chinese ambassador to the Gambia, Liu Jin, delivered the keynote speech in which he gave the strong assurance that the Chinese embassy in Banjul will continue to support and sponsor students in the Gambia.
We will further expand China and African friendship and engagement to the youth. This year, we will, as in the past, provide Gambia students with Chinese government scholarship and MOPTAC scholarships to help more outstanding Gambia students go to China for further study. We will continue to award Chinese ambassador scholarship to UTG and USAT students to help them successfully finish their studies. We will also continue working with the Confucius Institute at UTG and the two China corners at Nustrat High School and Latrikunda High School to promote Chinese language education. We will also enhance Tibet cooperation through various kind of.
The Minister of Information, Media and Broadcasting Services, Dr. Ismaila Cisse, remarked that the event was designed to provide opportunities for journalists and young aspiring journalists in acquiring the necessary knowledge and skills.
In addition, journalists support governments in communicating key government policies and programs to international state and non-state actors to facilitate the signing of bilateral agreements, but also multilateral agreements. However, it should be noted that for journalists to fully take up these important and critical roles, they need to acquire the necessary knowledge, skills, competencies, and attitudes.
Deputy Permanent Secretary of Basic and Secondary Education, Usmamba, noted that his ministry will work towards integrating media studies in various schools to enlighten the students about the role journalists have in the society.
The Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education is working towards reviewing and revising its curriculum to include areas that relates to media studies, so that at the higher level, because at this time we only have it at the level of the university, but I think it's also need to be built up from the grassroots, so that the students will start learning concepts to understand by the time they can make informed choices about the areas that they want to study.
The Director General of GRTS, Abdullah C., and the Director General of QTV, Malika, both emphasized that the Gambia should learn from China by overcoming challenges, building a generation of journalists, and also adapting to modern technology for the development of the country.
You need to learn from others, but domesticate it into your own environment. Let it suit your own culture.
So I would encourage the Chinese government to put that emphasis, as much as the Gambia government also, to put the emphasis in our educational trajectory, so that we can put the emphasis on the needs of modern society. In the absence of science and technology, we will be left behind. But if we are equipped, we will move forward, and that applies.
The China International Press Communication Center, CIPCC, has benefited many journalists from across the world. Alumni shared their experiences in China. The Bantaba not only marked a new chapter in the China-Gambia relations, but also embodies the commitment to empowering the next generation. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Mariatou Touray.